I just thought I'd make a short video of the finished village. To be honest, this is about as good as I can imagine how to make it. It's invulnerable to raiders. Obviously in the last raid they got, I will run this till the next time it gets raided so you can see. Obviously they battered these three gates the last time they came. That's as much as they ever do. Well, that's more than what they normally do. They never ever get one of these towers down. They got actually 4 gates. It's in the wrong place. They never ever get a tower down. Never. Nobody gets injured unless they're caught outside the wall. It works. I've got all the vegetables planted on this side, all the crops on this side. I had to go up to 100 pigs because I just wasn't getting enough meat from 50. I've got drying racks down here for the meat, and not that I particularly need skins, but anyway, there's dryers for there. Not that I need them anymore. I've got a few drying racks here. I initially put them there so that they didn't have to carry fish all the way through. But see, there's meat on there. You can see where the raiders in red kind of died. They run all the way around because they can't get in. I think there's about 30 coming now, something like that. I won't count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. There's at least 30 there. And they can basically make no headway. One bit I've changed. I was kind of complaining that all the ploughs, because I've got all the veg on this side, which obviously makes it easier come harvest because everybody has got to walk. They're only harvesting one kind of crop rather than if the AI gave it the task of harvesting some barley here and then I had rye over here, you might have to walk all the way over here to do it. So I keep them both together, but for ploughing that wasn't really working very well because some people must have died. Yeah, quite a few. They must be going to the cairn. What was I saying? Yeah, but basically, so every time it came to ploughing season, the ploughs were left on the opposite side of the village from the last ploughing season. So I had the idea of putting all these trading posts in the middle. There's none outside anymore, and then basically they default to the centre. So come winter, they're halfway towards this side. And then come spring, they're already making their way back to the centre anyway to go on to this side to plough this side. It's not, I don't really like the place that is, but there was nothing I could really do. I like this dolmen up on the top of this hill with these other funerary, what do you call them, burial mounds. That's nice, and I would have loved to be able to put the cairn somewhere like that, but you can't. I mean, I tried to put it here, I cleared all this, but it wouldn't go there. So anyway, that's pretty much it. So I've got how many animals have I got? I've done away with cattle altogether. And goats, because basically there's some glitch in the system at the minute whereby you have to manually click on them to get them to give milk. It's not automatically doing it, and obviously that just gets to be not efficient, and you just don't remember to do it all the time, and it's just a bit of a pain. So I've just done away with milk altogether. And horses, well, it's hard to keep. It's hard to keep a large amount. They don't even seem to breed enough to replicate themselves. So basically, most seasons I am actually catching them. Like I said, I had to up the amount of pigs to 100 because I wasn't getting enough meat. But now that supply is more than enough. There must have been a few died because normally this is well over 200 population here, but at the minute. So I must have lost some somehow last time. Must have got caught outside the village or something. The raiders, this is Ancient Warriors Hardcore, and the raiders drop lots of weapons which I don't want to use. I just want to use composite bows from those towers, which I have 142 composites. Well, no, I might have more than that. There's probably more than that. So they drop these. I've not made these. I might have made those bronze swords for the achievement, possibly, but they tend to drop them. So just buy anything that makes my guys' life a bit easier. People have said before where I've sort of put a picture of my sort of villagers. Oh, you know, you'll struggle for maintenance on all those towers. Well, it just isn't the case. There's just 2 need maintenance now. 1 log for there, 1 log, 1 iron, 1 straw for there. 3 need maintenance, and 1 over here just needs a log. So the maintenance isn't a problem at all. It's just not. I just tried to make this look pretty in here. Took me ages to get all these stones because they're all over the map, and I slightly put the stone circle in the wrong place the first time. So I recycled it, and when I recycled it I only got 4 of the stones back. So that wasn't so good, but so I've had to fetch them. I lost a lot of people wandering all around the park getting those here, and it took many seasons to get them all here. But anyway, that's how I like it. I wouldn't like the cairn in the middle there, somehow it just wouldn't look right. But this I quite like. They're happy enough now anyway, because their workload is, well, you can see, their workload is next to nothing. You'll see, so I'll speed it up quite a bit in a moment. So that's it. This is all orchard here and here. I found that I needed this many of these and these many ovens to make keep on top of the bread. There's 5 bloomeries going, and some are set not to even make steel, I think. It don't really matter now. I've got plenty of, yeah, some of them are not made, but that's when I'm sort of upgrading all the defence. It doesn't really matter now. I've got loads of steel tools now. Yeah, more than 1 composite for each person, so I can stop. I don't think they should be making any of those. Well, it's down to, oh, I do have it on higher than the actual population all the way through till near the end, because I actually use bows as currency to buy techs, and in this game I probably bought 20 to 30 techs off the traders, and they would have all been bought with bows. When you get to Iron Age, ordinary bows become worthless, so you best to try and make enough composites so you can sell off all your other bows just before you go to Iron Age. So I'll speed the game up and wait for the next raid to happen. So it's harvest time now, and on harvest time there's more than what they need. As you can see, I've got pretty much of a surplus, and they'll knock this down with their steel sickles. Peace, doddle. So yeah, even now work rate is what, 50%. Didn't really like to have one stable out on its own there, but it wouldn't let me put one here, and I just really needed that little bit of extra space when I went for 100 pigs. So I will just run this video now until I get raided, and you can see a raid occur. In a way, it doesn't really need 3 wall thickness, but because you have to set a gate in front to give it room, and it kind of looks a lot more tidy if you fill that hole in, so that's why I do it. I really like these Staddle granaries. These are here obviously to collect all the veg. There should be some this side. This is for the grain. Yeah, I'll probably want to have another one in actual fact. They're full already. There's one here. That was what I was thinking was for meat there, but actually I need another one of those granaries, and I haven't really got room for it to go. Yeah, but they're so full of grain, maybe I should sell some grain off to a trader, get rid of some. I suppose it'll let me. Well, I can put one there. Looks a bit wrong in front of the gate though. Is it in front of the gate? Yeah, kind of. I'll put it there. It's not perfect place for it, seeing as it's probably mostly get grain in it, but short of moving all the... well, I could do that. I could probably do with an extra, could have done with an extra brewery anyway. I'll move that well. I'll put another brewery here, and then I'll remove one of these and put granaries there. It's not on 25% work. Really. It's hard. They're on a very hard work rate at sometimes when you're building it up, and you know they get unhappy and all that kind of thing. But now it's just a doddle for them. Now it's all pretty much built as I want it. And because I've got weapons that I don't value and don't want, I'll just buy anything off the trader that will make their life a bit easier. I don't really want that. So I will, because I've just got too much. But I would be selling off all the weapons that have been dropped by the raiders normally. So I'll just, like I say, I'll just run this. Oh yeah, so all the ploughs are making their way across. All drawn by, well actually I have increased their number, so 3 did get born, but it was very hard. I kept getting their numbers up and then they were dying off or getting killed off or whatever, and I was having to go and get more and more all the time. I don't know what happened to the population on that last attack. Some must have got caught out somewhere, but it'll soon be back over 200, I think. So work rate's at 74%, so that's quite high, I guess. It's not high compared to what it is when I'm getting to this stage, but it's high. But I don't think that'll be for much of the winter neither. They'll get on top of it and then it'll drop back down again. Animation for these ploughs is pretty cool. Even though I've got 20 of them, there's still a few pods come out and drill with a stick. So they get annoyed, but they can cheer themselves up. These cheer people up pretty quick. They recover morale. Well, I don't know what 0.5 exactly means, but that's as high as it gets. That's the same as a stone circle. And 2 can use at a time, 4 can use at a time, so they're not busy. So there's somebody recovering their morale now. I think they can go from one thing to another thing if they wish to, and I don't think they're ever going to bother with these, because these are much better for them. Oh yeah, you've got to love a blizzard. So they've all finished ploughing. Work rate down to 22%, and all the ploughs are going to go to their resting point in the middle. Ready for springtime when they'll be trotting out there. I've got 18 ploughs, so they need to get a couple made. Or one is being made. Some seriously unhappy types here at the minute. I wouldn't be very happy if I was in a blizzard. So come on raiders, do your worst. Probably remove leave that there because there's probably some that will grow back. Still a few sticks there, so I'll leave that because trees will grow back there. That can go there. $490 grain, I could probably still get rid of some of that. I could plant a bit less, I guess. Fine tune it. Trader's a bit hard to click on, isn't he? Right, we'll have that. And we'll have that. And we don't really need them, but empty our granaries a little bit. And our warehouses. I don't want them using swords, I want them shooting with arrows, so well, I might as well keep the swords, I forgot to keep something. Don't really want any of the rest of them. Probably got way too many of those. So a couple of these in need of got a log. And that needs a log. And that needs a bit more. But that's it. That's all the maintenance required in a minute. We've got loads of those things, so planting season, and I'm planting too much to be honest at the minute. 7% work rate, so that's one of the, well, that is the busiest season because it's the biggest amount of biggest amount of planting that there is. There's more on this side than the other side. I see horses down to 42 now, so Have they killed them? I don't know. Did they kill them? So it tends to pretty much happen every season. I have to have a look round and keeping the horse population up, or buying them. Keep buying them off the traders. They're expensive, 120. But usually I've got that many good weapons to sell from the raiders that can't see any horses at the minute. Population's not recovered to 200 yet. It's normally around 210 this map been for quite some time. I don't need the meat, or I could have gone and hunted them. Go and hunt it because I just love to kill. So you get one chasing one order over the map and then dies in the winter. Tricky. I don't know how much I've got now. Saves my guys having to do it. 600, maybe I won't buy all that. Well, I've got more than one boat person. No. The raiders keep dropping them every time they come. Right, okay. What do I want? I don't want pigs. What am I doing? I've got way too much. Come on, raiders. Don't be shy. You know you still got aspirations of taking the village. grain has found its way all the way from the other side. Oh well, handy for the water wheels. You don't seem to have to be working that hard at the minute, but there was a time when they couldn't keep up with demand for bread. I don't know, maybe there's too many now. Oh well, might as well leave them. Those two new ones are built, got nothing in them whatsoever. Come on, raiders. I think I did have to make these deep mines. Yeah. But I only made 3 and I'm still on the first 3. I don't know where the other one is that it? Nope. So to get to this stage I've used about half of 3 iron mines. Somebody said the other day that they were struggling for iron, but you can buy so much off the traders, and I don't know, there's loads of places you could get iron from. You'd have to play for a long time to use all the iron up on this. Months of actual gameplay, I think. Come on, raiders. Go to ×8 till they arrive, and I'll end this video. I suppose I could. 220 someone. Where that all is. It's not really, oh, maybe a lot of that is. No. It's mostly vegetables. "17 ploughs. Get your fingers out, you guys. Up to 195. Say this was at over 200 population, even when I was sending them out all over the place to get monoliths. Probably don't want that. I'll see if the grain's going up or down, because they don't seem to have. Well, it's going to obviously go up in a minute. Suppose need more haystacks or less straw. They're all parked again. This is Ancient Warriors Hardcore. Sword making, 5 bronze ores. I forgot to do that, so I had to. Not really got much to sell you at the minute. Oh, obviously I would have bought those if I'd got the stuff to sell. Well, I've got composites, but I'm not sure how many I've got. So we'll leave it at that. And I'm going to use all that again. Come on, raiders, don't be shy. You know you want to come and get me. Right, so these should all be heading out now. Yeah, there you go. "46 horses at the minute. I wonder if I captured those others. I don't know if I did or not. Some more though. Oh no, they're not. Well, I'd just been raided when I started this video, but I'm having to wait a long time for them to come again. Here we go. Now we're coming from this side. To disrupt our winter planting session. There'll be about 30 odd of them. You used to be able to click on one and see what weapon it was holding, but you can't do that anymore. But obviously I can see he's got composite, 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 composite. And we'll see how this goes. I don't think it'll be as bad as last time. They don't normally get 4 gates like that. You can head over there where it's safe, because you're going to get killed if you hang around there. Most of these will have people in. We get absolutely hammered with composite bows. I mean, they could have spears for all I know, but I think they're mostly composite bows that they're. So that's mostly it over. Oh, there's an idiot who's going to die. Well, I think he will. He might actually live. There's normally stragglers around somewhere, which, oh, there's a couple. So it goes on a lot longer than what it ought to. Thought he was one of the Avengers, that guy. Right, well, I can't wait for these two forever, because others have got things to do, so you guys come and get these, and the rest can get on with their raiders killed 1,000. There we go. Will we still get all the planting done? Once we finish this, that'll be the end of this video. Oh, and on this raid we lost no people, I don't think. We didn't lose a single gate, and we never lose a tower. See if we still got all the planting done. I think we will. I'll have a load more. I'll have a load more things to sell. They bring a lot of axes and swords, obviously, and composite bows. 227. I've got 30 more than what I've got people. Yeah, you celebrate, mate. You got them good. Excellent. There we are. So that's the village, pretty much as good as I can think of it being. Hope you found it interesting.